Folks, today on the Stoney Ridge Farm channel, we're herding cattle. Oh, what a pretty kitty. Oh, good morning, little guy. How you doing? Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm. It is a cool morning here. Unbelievable, 41 degrees. You're probably watching this in early July, but it's June and it's 41 degrees here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. It was 90 something 3 days ago. That is crazy. So what we've got to do today is just a small project, getting the cows right here from the field in front of the house to the field behind the house. You can hear them mooing. They're kind of hungry. There's plenty of grass out here still for them, but I want to get them moved over. I'm changing the grazing plan here on the farm. We're going to talk about that, and we're preparing the cows for a roundup. We got to round up some animals and take them to the sale, try to recoup some expenses on this first generation farm. So let's get busy, have a cup of coffee, and have a little fun working with the cattle, and hopefully they behave. I got to be somewhere at 10 o'clock this morning. It's about 5 after 7 right now. All right, what a beautiful morning here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. It is chilly this morning. Again, 41 degrees. First thing we have to do here is I am planning for the cows to move into this section of pasture right here. Beautiful, awesome grass. Despite the drought that we're having here in North Carolina, I've got good grass now, which is cool. Stick around to the end. I'm going to show you how I'm changing the grazing plan a little bit. Now, we have cattle handling equipment right down here. I am going to keep the cows in. We are on Wednesday morning right now. The cows will stay here Wednesday all day, Thursday, and then they'll move into this little section that we have right here for Friday, and that's when I'll run the animals through the chute and we'll be loading them up. I've got to go get my stepdad's stock trailer, and we're going to go ahead and get the cattle loaded up and take probably 10 or 12 to the market. With this drought situation that we have currently in North Carolina, I've got to downsize the herd just a little bit, a little early this year. And the reason I like to do this, I like to take the cattle to the market twice a year. I want to take them in October-ish, September, October, and I want to take them in June, July-ish. The reason I'm doing this is because most people with their breeding program are having their calves in the springtime, in April, May, June, and then they're ready to go to market by December, by the end of the year. And that's kind of their yearly rotation in a cow-calf operation like I have. Well, for me, I leave the bull in all the time, and I let the cows kind of breed just as they want to breed, as they want to do. What that also does for me is it allows me to take cattle to the market when the market is not flooded with cattle. In other words, in June, there aren't as many cows at the market, thus the price I get for my animals is just a little bit higher. Now, cattle prices are pretty high right now. I'm kind of excited about that. We're finally recouping some of the expenses on the farm, but in no way have we completely turned around and turned a profit here on the Stoney Ridge. We're turning an annual profit now, but the initial investment in all the fencing and the shop and the tractors and the equipment has still not totally been recovered, and it's just going to take some time to get that done. By the way, check it out. What do you guys think? What a comfortable, soft, and warm shirt. Today's video is brought to you by our friends at Poncho. This is a Poncho shirt right here. It's got the nice pearl snap buttons. You got a special pocket for your sunglasses right here, and also a neat little sunglass wiping cloth that's built in to the shirt. ponchooutdoors.com. There'll be a link right up here, and you can save 10 bucks on your first purchase by signing up via your email, and that'll hook you up with 10 bucks off. Anytime I can save you money and find you something super comfortable like this, this is just good workwear, good for going to town, and good for getting out here and getting these cows moved and doing some fence work as well a little bit later on today. So let's get these cows moved. Check out Poncho. Again, there'll be a link down the video description in the comment, and there'll also be a QR code right here. Get 10 bucks off. A nice, comfortable, plush, breathable, and cozy shirt for this 41-degree morning. Nice. So what's chore number one here? Drive the fence line. I got some gates open and they need to be closed. I need to check my hot wire and make sure it's good to go, and engage my razor grazer up here. I'll show you. It's a portable electric fence controller that you tow behind an ATV, UTV, or truck. Really cool. So I've already set up my wire here and my wire right here. The cows will have access to this little pasture. It's basically a wedge that starts there and goes that way. That's probably 2 acres, maybe 2.5. And they have access to the water tank. We need to take a look at the water tank real quick and make sure we got water in it. This is one of our tire water tanks here on the Stoney Ridge farm. And let's take a quick peek. Yep, good to go. Is my goldfish still in here? I'm sure. Yep, right down there. You can barely see a little faint bit of gold. We keep goldfish in these tire water tanks to control mosquito larvae and other insects that might breed in that water tank. All right. Now, driving through this grass, the reason I'm doing this in the wet in the morning is because the grass pollen is thick here, and I am highly allergic. I have hay fever. It's not cool. This is our electric fence controller right here. This is called the razor grazer. We'll come back to that in just a second. So I'm checking my electric fence wire. Everything's looking good. Man, this grass looks fantastic right here. Just want to make sure my wire is up. The deer like to get onto that fence wire, cause problems. We're good to go there. We have a water cistern right here that's 1,000 gallons of backup water storage. If you didn't see the video of me putting that in, I'll post it at the end of this video. It was pretty fun. That is not a tank that you can bury. You're not supposed to bury that tank, but we buried it up below the frost line just so it wouldn't freeze in winter, and it has been a great backup source of water for us. Beautiful morning on the farm. Check it out, man. It is gorgeous. So I can see I got a wire down right here, and it's supposed to be down. We're gonna pull that wire back up tight here in a second. And this is where a deer got into it and pulled it that way. This is one of them gates that I need to get closed. Let me show you how I live here. Man, this shirt's nice. I don't typically wear nice clothes out working, and I tell you what, it makes all the difference in the world. Wearing something comfortable make you last longer in the day. So this is my electric fence wire. I'm just giving it a tug, pulling it tight, and we probably will have to pull some of it out of the grass. I'm gonna hook it right here. This is a system that I made myself. This is a piece of 1¼ inch poly pipe. This is not electrified. This is electrified, so that insulates it from being electrified. And our line is running right up through there. We're gonna trace that line out. We're also gonna do a little perimeter check, make sure there's no trees on the fences. The cows will not have access up here today, but if somebody happens to get out and run up here, we wanna make sure all gates are closed. Super important. Contact. Let's go. You guys see this in the field and that in the field. That is a mineral feeder from Tartar Farm and Ranch, a Super Duty mineral feeder. This is a Tartar Farm and Ranch cradle bale feeder. We use this last year, maybe the year before. Really awesome system. I don't like feeding in any type of a bale feeder because the cows will crowd around it and make a mess. So my goal is to never feed in those, but sometimes I have to. Man, look at this grass. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Look at that. And that's Eastern Gamma grass right there. That is awesome. Look at that. Man, this is just gorgeous. Guys, if you could see what this farm used to be, it's just absolutely amazing that it's come this far. All of this was just bare dirt several years back. Got this piece of fence hung up there. All of this is going to change, but I need to get it off of the ground. All of this is going to be taken down. You can see the cows have been rubbing and mashing down on the fence. We've got to run a hot wire all the way across the top of this right here. You can see the hot wires already ran up through there, and it's all the way across this section of fence. Got a little bit of a sag in my fencing here. Let's go check that out. Rolling, rolling, rolling. While we're checking fencing, let's talk about the cattle move. This is a cattle drive. They are going to be outside of the perimeter fence. It's always a little iffy with the babies, whether the babies follow mom or not. So when I get down there to where the cattle are, I'm really gonna put the pressure on those cows to make sure that the babies and the mamas are all separated. In other words, we don't want the babies to get, all together. We don't want the babies to get separated from the mamas. All right, now I did notice down there, I need another gate, a spring gate. So I'm gonna pull down that spring gate right there. Just like so. I'm going to toss it on the ATV. Actually, just hook it right there, maybe. It doesn't look like it's gonna stay right there. I think we're gonna put it here. Now I'm gonna move the other spring gate, probably from here, and block that section off. Whoop. Nope. We're gonna have to pull the four-wheeler through first. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, you gotta get woken up, man. I woke up this morning like, whew, I gotta go, I gotta get this done. Gotta go. I hate wading through this grass too. So many ticks out here. You guys don't know I have alpha-gal syndrome. I got bit by the Lone Star tick probably maybe 2 years ago. It's starting to get better. I'm able to eat just a little bit of beef now, but gosh, that made me sick as a dog. So we're checking this tank to see if we got goldfish in there, and need to do a little tank maintenance right here. These bars are to keep the calves from falling over in the tank. I think we'll be fine. These are tire water tanks. If you guys haven't seen the video installing those, I'll post a link to that at the end of this video. You'll really like it. It's super fun, super cool farming video. The next gate's way up here. It looks like it's closed, but we want to make sure it's closed and padlocked. What folks may or may not be thinking about here is that cattle are expensive and they're valuable. I've got great neighbors that keep an eye on the place. I've got security cameras everywhere to keep an eye on the place. But someone could rustle the cattle. In other words, steal the cattle. It's a lot of money walking around in that pasture right now with cattle prices being sky high. That gate right there is good to go. Let's get on down here and turn this electric fence system on. Crunch. Whoop. Just checking all the way down this fence line here. Everything looks great. You know, just overnight, trees can fall on the fence, so you gotta be vigilant on that. Make sure that your trees aren't falling on your fence. Lock her down, Buford. Not too bad of a job this morning. I left this pretty squared away for the grazing operation. So there's an electric fence that goes from this corner all the way down to where that tree is that you can see way down the bottom corner of the pasture. So they'll have access to all this and access to the water. We're gonna drive out through the gate that the cattle are gonna come in through, and after we turn this electric fence on. It's a little bit, looks like the fence is down here, so we'll check that out as we drive to the gate as well. Come on, baby. There you go. Okay, this is the Range Ward Razor Grazer. $100 says there's ants in here. Yep, ants love this thing. I don't know why, but boy, they love it. What we got to do here, this is an all-encompassing solar setup. In other words, solar panel here, our step-in posts are here, it's on wheels, it mounts up to a trailer. I just leave it here permanently almost. There's a battery system and an electric fence charger. We're gonna put our negative to negative, positive to positive. Should start getting the spark right there. Good to go. I hear it popping. It's connected up right there. There's a ground rod over here, right there. It's connected up to the ground rod. We should be good to go. Close this guy back up. I can haul this anywhere on the farm. So it's a perfect, awesome mobile setup for doing the type of grazing that I do. Although we're changing our grazing plan a little bit. Over the past few years, what we've done has worked fantastic. I've moved the cows every 12 hours on this farm for, gosh, almost 5 years. This year, I'm not doing it. I'm leaving the cows in one spot and I'm letting them graze it down to the ground, all the way to the ground. I think it's gonna help control weeds a little bit better, and it makes it a whole lot easier on me to not have to go out here and wade through the ticks. So part of what I'm doing here is sacrificing the plant life here in the pasture, but they're consuming everything, including the weeds, and that's what we want to do. Last year I didn't let them do that, and I ended up out here burning diesel fuel. So with diesel prices sky high right now, and with Josh's time running short, and the fear of being eaten alive by ticks, I don't have to come out in the pasture quite as much, and I don't have to obsess about getting the cows moved every 12 hours, which saves me just a little bit of time and frustration. Hey, I've got to get this up off the ground and get shocked. There we go. I like it. Electric fence works, baby. Woohoo! Okay, this is a step-in post. Hopefully the ground isn't hard as a rock right here and we can step it in. Come on, baby, get in there. Get in. Go, 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 go. Make a friend. Awesome. It's a little loose right here. I think we're okay. Better tighten it up, Josh. Better be smart. You guys see what the grass looks like over here. As soon as the cows get moved out of the other pasture, I'll show you what the grass looks like there. Man, this looks so nice. I'm so happy with this. Let's get this gate open. Ready to rock. All right, good to go. Get the four-wheeler out. So there's a permanently installed temporary wire that runs down along this way and down along that way. This is the pathway. We're gonna drive through here in a second. That's where the cows are gonna come from. Here's how I do it. Maybe, there we go. Gotta pull it tight, pull, 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 and hook it right there. Okay, so that fences them off. When I let the cows out, I'll probably bring the four-wheeler and set it right here. This is low enough to keep the babies in the fencing. And right now, I am calling the cows to get them up next to the gate. Most of them are right there at the gate already. Woo! Okay, this is not electrified. All right, hooked on there, good to go. Let's drive on down. Make sure the pathway's clear here. Contact. Yeah, this is okay, but I'd rather get that out of there. I'll come through here with my pruners. That'll be fine. Big, beautiful elderberry bush right here. Oh, man. Another big, beautiful one down here. Oh, pull that wire up a little bit. Keep them babies in. You know, Trump had the big, beautiful bill. Here's what I got. The big, beautiful bush. I got the big, beautiful elderberry. Alright, get that up. Other wires right there, good to go. This is like a little cave through the woods for the cattle. Kind of neat. Get rid of that guy. Okay. Got a stick on the fence here. Get off that fence, boy. Oh. I can't win with this one. Get in there, boy. Get in there. Go on down now, get now, you know. We're a few minutes into this video. Haven't even seen the cows yet. Okay, last bit of fencing. Just grab it, walk with it. Walkie, walkie, walkie. These are just simple, temporary fencing solutions for you guys. Oh, there we go. Hey, kids. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Woo, babies. Okay, so what we're really looking for, there are 2 young calves in here that were born within the last week. Those 2 calves have to come through this gate. So, gotta make sure we take inventory of those 2 calves. That's the biggest pain in the butt here. We almost ready. I know. I see one of the babies. I see a little fledgling bird right there too. That little guy. You okay, little buddy? I get sidetracked. Let's check on that little baby bird. What you doing, little bud? Oh, it looks like his wing might be broke or something. Hey, bud. No, he's doing all right. Just a fledgling. Hey, little bud. That's one of our little babies there. You kids ready? That's Donnie. Donnie the bull. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, sweethearts. All right, these are my girls. We're gonna open the gate this way so they don't get pinned in behind the gate. And as soon as Tammy, the donkey, brings up the rear, we should be good to go. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo-hoo. Come up. Little farm jog this morning. Come on, babies. Woo! Come on, girls. Oh, I got one passing me. Come on, smart guys. You guys are too smart for your own good. We're all out of breath here. I'm all out of breath. All right, sister, it's time to go. Scoochie booty. Scoochie boochie. There you go, girl. All right, let's step up here. Count them as they go through. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, baby. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's jumper. 21, 22, a baby. That's what we need. 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Go on, jumper, you dummy. Lost count. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Come up. 36, 37. Donnie's coming. 38, 39, 40, 41. Tammy should be bringing up the rear. Get on in there, you stinking turds. There we go. Go ahead, Tammy girl. Tammy's our guard donkey. She watches after everybody. Make sure the babies don't get attacked by coyotes. Okay, we're gonna leave that gate open for just a moment, and we're gonna run back down, grab the four-wheeler. This is 150 yards, something like that. Everything looks good. I don't see any stragglers in the woods. I used to set this fence up, 2 lanes of it right here in my yard, and then I came through and cut that trail. That was actually where the skidder went through the woods back in the day when I cut the timber out here. So what you see and where I'm walking right now was woods. That pasture that the cows just came out of, it was all woods. All this was beautiful farmland that was in tobacco, and it was abandoned about 40 years ago, and they just simply stopped everything. Stopped planting, let it go, let it grow up, and it grew up in trees. They're about that big. We cut the timber, we cleared the land, and planted all of the pastures here. This has been a monumental undertaking, absolutely monumental. So let's look at what they just moved off of, what we're gonna look like when we move the cows to the next pasture. The idea here is that they go on and they graze it all the way down. This one kind of isn't as grazed as the other one that they moved from over here. I'll take you over there and show you in a second too. There's still a little bit of forage in here. Basically the stems of these fescue grass or wild grasses that we have out here. There's still some weeds. You can see dark green spots, but we've pretty much eaten it down to about 4 inches. And that's kind of what we're looking for, 2 to 4 inches. Let me zip over and show you guys really quickly what this looks like 3 weeks later. It's absolutely amazing how far it has come along. I think we're good to go. No animals in this pasture. We're going to go ahead and close up that gate. Make sure the cows are happy, fat and happy. Here we go. Come on, Poncho, let's go. Pretty morning like this got me singing a little Chris Ledoux in my head for some reason. Guys, let me know if you know who Chris Ledoux is. Great country and western music right out of Wyoming. I don't know about you guys, but I think a lot about my good friend Mike Galloway out in Wyoming. Used to be part of the Our Wyoming Life YouTube channel. I miss seeing him on the channel, I really do. Great channel, good people. I hate that things went the way that they did. I miss Mike. Post a comment down there. I think we're gonna get Mike in a live stream again, do a little podcast with him, talk about what he's been up to. I think it's pretty cool. Gates closed, cows look happy. I'm loving it, loving it. I hate to get rid of some of those babies, but it is what it is. Let's take you over and we'll show you what the pasture recovers like. You're gonna love this, guys. It's saving me time and fuel. this field is the last field that the cattle were on before they moved into the section you saw me move them out of today. This field, again, we haven't had any rain since I guess it's been a week or so now. We are down 24 inches for rainfall right now. However, the grass, you can tell, is really starting to recover nicely. We're starting to get some really good grass, and you don't see what I would typically see here, which is a lot of weeds. So they were on this, and they ate it down to the nub. I call it eating it down to the nub. Today's Wednesday. I moved them out of here on last Thursday. So this has had a week to recover. This other pasture has had almost 3 weeks to recover. This one has had 2 weeks to recover. And let's show you the 2 week. So that's the 1 week. This is the 2 week. And we're starting to get some grass. I mean, it's starting to come right on in. This is probably 8 to 10 inches high all the way through this entire pasture. That's 2 weeks of rest. And let's do the 3 week check here. Hopefully I didn't lock this gate. I know I locked that gate. Nope, sneaky lock. All right. This is 3 week grass. Look at it. Wow, that is awesome. The morning dew is the only water we're getting. Lots of legumes, lots of clover, various types of grass out here. I think what we're doing here is really going to work. I think it's going to stunt the growth of the weeds, and we're going to have better pasture recovery. Moving them every 12 hours really helped to build the soil over the last 5 years, and now we're reaping the benefits of that. So I'm actually eating it down further than any other place really recommends as a test to see if this actually recovers better with less weed load. So interesting. You guys like this kind of content? If you like farming, if you're interested in this kind of stuff and you want to see some things that maybe somebody else isn't doing, come on back and see me here on the Stoney Ridge. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back. There's a little bell icon. You click that to notify you when I post a new video with the animals here and more. Big fencing project coming, and I'm getting ready to fire up the dually and head to pick up a man lift. You guys are gonna love that project too. See you next time. Woo! Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. And get shocked. Electric fence works, baby. Get off that fence, boy. Oh. Can't win with this one. Get in there, boy. Get in there. Go on down now. Get now, him. Whoop. Nope, we're gonna have to pull the four-wheeler through first. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, you gotta get woken up, man. I woke up this morning like, whew, I gotta go. I gotta get this done. All right, sister, it's time to go. All right, cost of doing business. I just broke the camera. The front screen on this is busted, and that one's busted. Hopefully you guys got a good shot of the cow stomping the camera. See you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Y'all come back now. You hear?